Welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about, do you have to kiss arse to get a job nowadays or to get ahead in life? Let's just talk about it, right? So I'm going to be sharing my experience, what it's been like for me, and I'm also going to tell you a little bit of a story time of someone who I previously worked with, who told me, you know, just butter up the manager and he'll give you a job. I'm like, we're in big 2025 right now, innit? You're a grown ass man talking to another grown ass man, telling me to butter this other man up so I can get something from him. Sounds a bit crazy. Sounds a bit un-alpha to me. And I'm an alpha person. So it's not to say that's the sole reason why I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that because I've got a lot of self-respect for myself, yeah? And a bit of pride as well. And honestly, how I see relationships blossoming in life and just growing in life, yeah? They can't grow off a level of dishonesty or you being disgenuine, yeah? Because let's say it like this. How many people have had a friend who you used to make a bit of money with, but now you don't make no money? They don't ring you or nothing. They ain't got nothing to say to you about nothing. Because that's what the basis of your relationship was, money. Do you get it? So now we're talking about work. When you move around inside different workplaces, now when you're not working with that person, they've got no reason to be talking to you or putting up with your behaviour or how you are as an individual, because they've already seen that you're a person who will kiss arse to get to where you need to get to. So anyway, the point of my story is that I worked with this young man, and he told me, you know, if you want to stay at this job, you just got to kiss my man's arse a little bit, just butter him up, just make him feel good. And I thought, why are we doing that? Why can't they just see you for your qualifications, knowing that you've turned up for work on time every single time, you have a good attitude, and you're willing to work, and you're available, and you're resourceful? If you could mark down all these things, why have you got to kiss the arse as well? Fuck it. I'm going to say it now. Those types of people who I've met now in life, like who do that, are called double glazers. And I'm not talking about the man that used to knock on your door. I'm talking about the glazers, yeah? You have to be glazing another man to be wanting to kiss his arse or to be moving after him like you're the girl. Acting like you, laughing at every joke. What's wrong with you? Have some decorum. How do you think people are going to take you seriously now? I can't take those people seriously because I've seen what I've seen. I've seen the way you've acted around this person when, in your own right, yeah, because you have children or whatever like that, you're a man. So why are you doing that? Real men don't do that. Real men don't feel the need to do that because it's not necessary. I get it that you might want to be on that person's good side. I'm not saying I'm not laughing at man's jokes. If they're not funny, I'm not laughing. That's it. Do you know what I mean? It was dumb. Dumb for you to say that. Cool, you wanted to break the ice, but it wasn't a very good joke. Not every one of us is a comedian inside the workplace. Neither do we have to put up with people's personalities on a personal aspect, as if like that person thought they were funny, or if that person thought they could drop one-liners. Cool. You laughed, but I didn't. Again, I don't feel that it's anything personal when I didn't laugh. I just feel that it's a thing of, I didn't find it funny, so I didn't laugh. That's it. Don't have to be glazing nobody. I do what I need to do, and I make sure that when it comes to work or anything like that, I'm spot on with it. There's no problems what you have with the work. The attitude of me not laughing to your jokes, that's all personal. If that's what you're going to judge the merit on someone of, then I don't know, man. You need to get some friends. Remember, your work colleagues are not your friends. That's why they're called colleague. So when I'm around these types of people and I watch what they do as individuals, how they choose to move, I don't make my reaction be shown on my face or let it be known, I just say to myself, wow, we have some different people that just think differently at the end of the day, innit? They think, you know, the more arse I can kiss, the better life is going to be for me. On the adult side of adulting, it's not always that case. People might always just take you for a punk and understand that you're a person that will lick arse or do what you got to do to be able to get by, which, as you get older, I think people prefer people with a little bit more of a backbone. They like the people who they know where they stand with them, because everybody isn't just a yes person. There are some people who are just yes, please and thank you. That's what they are. And there's nothing wrong with being that person, innit? It's not to say that you're, you know, any better than anybody else. We're kind of all the same as people at the end of the day, until classism, racism separates us. But I saw this through this young person and I thought, wow, I hope you've not went your whole life doing this. I hope you just started like kissing ass now, because you're opening a part to yourself which is going to be shown as vulnerable to others. Others are going to see that you're in a place of need, so you need to be nice to people so they can actually take the piss with you as an individual. That's what I see coming as someone who's watching from the outside. As just a watcher, you know, like, it isn't always necessary for you to pass your opinion on what you think on something like this. But I make content, so I'm always going to talk about it, because I feel there are many people who are in the workplace and their sole purpose is to kiss ass, because they're not good at doing anything else, but they're good at making others feel needed, wanted, like managers. Oh yeah, I've done that for you. Oh, is there anything else? Oh, can I get you a cup of tea? Can I get you this? You're not the tea lady. You're not the tea man nowadays anyway. But you might be. And that's okay if you are, because I feel that people should be valued in more than just being the gopher for someone, or being the person who laughs at someone's jokes when they're not funny or they're not entertaining. You know, I know we're always going to have double glazing boys. We're going to have double glazing girls too. But the boys is who I focus on, because it's like, you man think you're man sometimes, which you're not, because real men are not doing that. We all work hard with the type of jobs what we do. Life is hard enough as it is. We could always be pleasant to each other, because being respectful towards each other costs nothing. But I mean, overstepping the line is, your mouth's going to be sore soon from sucking all that dick. Do you get it? Like, that's how I sum it up. As in, like, someone's going to see you flip out one day and it's going to be like, oh my God, he lost it, he done this, he done that, or she done this, she done that. When you've just went along and said, oh, I've just been nice to everyone, I've just been nice to... Oh, we thought you was just like that. We thought you was just one of those people that just like being like that around the manager, and like being like the manager's lapdog and stuff like that. Which is, you know, that's how some people get through. That same person had the idea that they're just going to cut through, like, through this place. And I was just kind of shocked that, like, people think that you can just still do that. As in, just cut through, be underneath the radar, kiss ass when you need to, keep it moving when you don't. I don't know about that. There's more than one or two sets of eyes on you at most times. So I wouldn't be playing with my future or my time like that, innit? Even though these people have a little bit more time on their hands than me, because they're slightly younger, it's like, you have to have your priorities together a long time ago for people to start taking you seriously. And sometimes it's the amount of achievements or things what you've done in life. You know, if you've got kids, if you've got a mortgage, if you've got a house, if you've got responsibilities, those are the types of things which put people into pigeonholes of not being able to move left or right, because they have to put up with this person until they find another situation which is better than the one they're in. And to be honest, they're not that grumbled about it, because it does what it does on the tin. It's all like Heinz, do you get it? It's just baked beans. It's baked beans lifestyle. And that, I've obviously had to come to realise to myself that that's what some of these men like. They like the baked beans lifestyle. It's okay for them. And they'll even try and promote it to you and I. But hold on a second, we don't eat beans, do we? No, that's what I thought. So it's not for me. I can never begrudge someone for the style what they're operating in, because it's what they know. You know, if you know not a lot, you will keep on following others who you feel are role models or people for you to look up to. And that's one thing that I wish I could be able to tell you in this part of this story, which was this person's role model was like this, or this person looks up to and aspires to be someone like that. But I still didn't, I never really got to ask that person who they inspire to look up to and stuff like that, because it'd be interesting to know that from my perspective. Even if you are listening to this video and you're kind of a kiss-ass person, I want you to let me know in the comments, like, who you look up to. Do you still look up to your dad, even though you kiss ass with other people in general just to get somewhere or just to secure a job? Like, do you just, like, when you leave the workplace, it's just, oh, I've stopped kissing ass there now, I'm going to morph myself into this other person who is more ambitious, and I do this and I do that, and I don't have to tell people what I do on my 9 to 5, because I'm just asking. I'm asking for me and I'm asking for other people. Fuck it. I am. Because I try to say to myself, you know, you shouldn't judge so many people who you don't know. It's true, you shouldn't. Because I don't live in their shoes, or I don't walk a day in their life. But when our lives cross paths, I always have something to say, because, again, they cross paths for a reason. I like to talk, so I'm going to say whatever I feel like saying, you know. I won't try to offend that person, because at no point in our conversations and us talking about life did this person try to offend me or be rude towards me. It's very polite, respectful, you know. But I just know that someone comes from the south and someone comes from the east. It's just different type of people. So when we collide or come together, I might just tell someone, that's just not my vibe, you know. That's just not what I do. I don't do that. Like, I respect people for respecting me, understanding how I work, understanding that I might be an asset towards a team, and understanding that I was a person that they can rely on. You know, obviously I asked questions myself about staying further and all that, but again, I didn't get the response what I was hoping for. Therefore, I kind of move on. I'm not interested in kissing the arse for an outcome, which, if I've done the maths and I've worked it out for myself, I thought this is not really going to be worth it. I'm not going to hang about. Life is very precious as you get older, so you want to make sure you're not wasting a lot of time. I try not to waste and limit my time. If I said I'm going to give a month, or I said I'm going to give it X amount of time, that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to try and go over it. I'm not going to try and push it, because I know I can be doing other stuff. And that process of, like, me locking in and putting in my time and stuff like that, I get to meet loads of little individuals with different mindsets, and I don't make content. I hadn't been making much content at that time. I've done one or two things, but not a lot. But I've just started to tap back into it and said to myself, I've got so much things to talk about because I've sat down with people and I've kind of just listened to them. You know, I've listened to how security makes someone feel by having a secure paid job where they can earn money, you know, and it possibly be a little bit more than what they was earning before. They're going to jump at the opportunity, obviously. Money is a lot nowadays. Things are expensive. So I could get why someone would want the security of having a job. You know, I'll always battle for that because I think that's a good thing to have that security of job. But your integrity as a man and how people see you and view you, that's something of yourself which you've got to take with you everywhere. You might be a person that don't take yourself that seriously. Me, I take myself very seriously. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a representation of myself, not nobody else. And you're forever in trying to improve on how people view you, but also how you come across as well, because it matters. Because you could have a very impactful time when you're in someone's presence just because of the way you moved, the way you was about jobs, the way you conducted yourself, how organized you was. Do you get it? And it will speak volumes of your character, you know. I know that within a lot of these workplaces, you got a mixture of different people, you know. You got some people you should never fucking talk to, and you got some people who you want to have a conversation with. And this was a person who I wanted to have a conversation with because I see some young people and I see a little bit of me in them, whether it's ambition, being on the grind, working out there and you being the only person that looks like you, or you being an individual who's trying to cut through in life just to get to another point. You're just trying to make A meet B. And if something happens in between, it happens in between. And sometimes you might need a little friend or someone to look up to or speak to be able to help you get on that rest of that journey, because it's lonely, isn't it? Trying to do things yourself. I know that. So I rally for those types of people, man. I support those types of people because I know it's not easy within his journey of just securing work, you know. Because like I said to you, work in London is there, but you just want to make sure you're getting paid the right amount of money, innit? And that's can be very difficult because people be getting more money, people be getting less money, there's more overtime, there's not overtime. We just want balance in life, innit? And as long as people are getting balance, I'm happy for them. But I just hope you know, your ego doesn't get too bruised when some of those people try and show you the real side towards them. When I mean the real side, they might show you something, tell you to fuck off one day, and you think like, oh, why are you talking to me like that? Could upset your feelings, innit? I don't know if you're an emotional person. Some of these people are and can be emotional, so that's why I say that. But at the end of the day, you got to make your decisions for yourself. I want to know how other people feel right now in 2025. Are we still kissing arse to get jobs? Because last time I checked it, a lot of us had a lot of self-respect for ourselves and others and how other people view us, because even though we're adults, we all look like and act like we're older. So we all want that level of maturity and respect from other people. Do you get respect from other people from kissing arse? Because me, if the answer's no, I'm just never going to get respect in it, because I'm just not going to be kissing arse. I just respect, I give people what they give me, the same type of energy, you know. I've not had anybody try to give me any unwanted energy in a long time. but I try not to give it out to people or not to give it across as well, because looks can be deceiving sometimes, but people's attitudes actually show their true colours, innit? I just saw the attitude as kissing ass, and I thought, wow, my boy. We spoke a lot of times, man. Why you gotta hand that advice out? Anyway, I want to know what you think in the comment section below. Do you have to still kiss ass in 2025 to get a job? We just want to know. Have you been doing it? Is that how you secured your little finance on your car? Is that how you secured your mortgage? Let us know in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe. And if this conversation has interested you and earned your recognition of myself, and it's the first time you're coming across my videos, make sure you subscribe and press that notification bell on when I'll be dropping new videos like this. Let's get it.